Boyakasha, check out my car!
Coppers, as you've never seen them before.
You're not telling me to suck your cock? Doesn't flog me bolt, mate.
Yeah, fuck man.
I love nicking people. Lock everybody up all day, every day if I could.
Sit down!
Ow.
Now it's the squad that holds the line when we take to the streets.
Despite how unpleasant and how ugly it may seem, I enjoy it. It's my job, it's what I do.
We've got smoke in the square.
We're with them on their big day, as a demo turns violent. All sides tell it like it is.
Try and bite me and I'll break your fucking nose!
As we follow cops into the heart of a riot.
All the people out there have had to restrain on the floor. Quite frankly, you've deserved it, and you ain't going to get an apology out of me.
Police! Down on the ground! Down on the fucking ground now!
Greater Manchester Police Tactical Aid Unit.
Happy day, how's it gone?
Yeah.
The cops called in for heavy duty and specialised jobs.
Can we get trading standards on the phone, John? Girls next door. You don't live near me.
Well done, Jay, well done. Medals. Medals down back in the van. Well done, half medals. Team medals.
I spend more time with those blokes than I do with my fiancée. It is a bit like having a family, you know, a strange family, a dysfunctional family.
From knocking down doors to controlling football crowds. The TAU, which we know as the Riot Squad, train for all eventualities.
Come on, take it off me!
There is quite a lot of fitness fanatics within the TAU. I don't include myself as one of them. Certain people are good at running, certain people can lift heavy weights. Some play football, some play rugby. We've got a couple of cage fighters in there.
I do play basketball, play for Greater Manchester Police, and just starting some mixed martial arts as well.
I don't want to go this way, I want to go that way.
It's not a complete necessity to be big and strong. A lot of it is how big your mouth is. It's amazing what people will comply with just by giving the right instructions and being quite clear.
Do you want locking up or do you want to watch the game? It's up to you. Do you want locking up or do you want to watch the game?
No, I don't want to get locked up.
Do you want to watch the game? Do you want to watch the game?
I want to go to the pub.
Then be quiet, join your mates, stop being lippy.
I like to go out and meet the public. It's more fun dealing with a potentially aggressive situation than it is giving out parking tickets and speeding fines, which is why I never went for traffic.
Well, this weather might help today. Might dampen their spirits a little. Sonny Bolton.
Today could be the unit's biggest and most dangerous event of the year. The English Defence League and Unite Against Fascism are coming to town.
There's excitement mixed with a bit of trepidation because it's a bit of an unknown quantity. It could pass very, very quietly, or it could be, you know, carnage.
Ladies and gents, welcome to today's public order operation in relation to the EDL protests that will take place in Victoria Square here in Bolton. There is going to be a counter-protest by members of the UAF. Those that have come through the square will have already seen the barriers that we will police today. Information. English Defence League. They claim to be a peaceful group protesting against militant Islam and extremism. What is fact is they are largely made up of football risk groups. There are links to the far right, including BNP and Combat 18.
Take your face coverings down, please.
If I was going to stereotype them, I'd say it'd be the typical football hooligan that obviously supports violence as a way to deal with everything.
Come here, pal. Take your face covering off.
Take your
hood off. Take it off, or I'll rip it off you. Do you understand?
I mean, a lot of the people I know who go, they're not football idiots. They've got no violence history. They're just normal people, families. You know, they've got children. They're just passionate about the EDL.
I'm not a racist, you know, not BMP. My granddad fought during World War II. He was a chief petty officer on the HMS Belfast, helped sink the German destroyer, the Scharnhorst, killing 2,000 Nazis. He didn't do that for me to become a Nazi.
No more fucking filthy scumbusks!
The EDL, when they go to a town or a city, it tends to be a lot of Muslims live in that area, and it's to wake up the people, the Christians, I suppose, who are fed up with it, how we're being treated, and I do believe we're second-class citizens.
The actual numbers and the level of disorder is steadily increasing each location that they've gone to. Intelligence suggests that the EDL are associated with other groups and could reach in number up to 2,000 today. The UAF will be the main opposition group to the EDL's protest. Their view is the EDL are racist hooligans. Today, they too could get to about 2,000 in number.
UAF, if I was going to stereotype them, it'd be people that want to protest about everything because they think everything should be rosy and fun and, you know, everything should go according to their way of life.
The UAF protesters, generally speaking, are the type that you'd probably see going to Glastonbury.
Well, I've never been to Glastonbury. Maybe there are people from the UAF go to Glastonbury, but I've not been. No, I prefer jazz and folk music.
What I stand for is diversity, and that's one thing that this wonderful world is. It's diverse. I mean, it's beautiful because of its diversity.
It's a multicultural town, is Bolton, and it's not acceptable for me that people come into the town and causing, speaking racism and fascism.
We're going to encounter all sorts of people today. Do not assume they're just there to cause disorder and trouble. Thanks very much, good luck.
Every time there's been a peaceful protest by the EDL, it hasn't turned out particularly peacefully.
CK366, now under the direction of Bronze 4. Can you make 2 Queens Street, please?
The ground operation is to be run by Bronze commanders, while Gold and Silver, at base, monitor progress via CCTV.
The tour groups have been repatched back on one side. That's all patrols.
The mission is to keep the EDL and the UAF separate for the whole day.
The best way to deal with it is to put a cordon round them and basically treat them like kids, really. It's a case of, we can't trust you to behave like adults, so we'll put you in this big playpen and we'll keep you from causing any harm to yourself or others.
The UAF will protest in the North Pen, the EDL in the South.
I wouldn't like to go in a playpen. Quite like being free, to be honest with you. And again, I think it's quite a simplistic, narrow-minded view of who Unite Against Fascism are.
Just to give you an update, let you know I'm out and about. There's absolutely fuck all down here at the moment, and I mean nothing at all.
Right, boss, I'll sort that. Brown, please. Thanks, boss.
Whoa, look at this.
Bronze commander Chris Hill will be shepherding the English Defence League for the day.
Something could happen. Anything could happen. I would remember going to my local police station when I was 18, 19 and asking the local police, what's it like to be a police officer? And I remember him taking me to a window, and he pulled out the blind and he said, what's round that corner? And I said, well, there's a bingo hall round the corner. He said, no, what's going around the corner? And I said, I don't know. He said, that's why you should join the police, because you don't know what's round the next corner.
The English Defence League are descending on Bolton to campaign against the alleged Islamification of the UK. They have been given a fixed time slot to hold their demonstration, between 1 and 3 in the afternoon. Unite Against Fascism are already gathering on the other side of the square for their counter-protest.
Look at them tights there. Disgraceful. Currently working an office-based job, however I do assist on the tactical aid unit on football matches, demonstrations. It's enjoyable for me to get out of the office, to get away from pushing that pen, typing away at that desk, to actually go out there and make that difference that we all join the job to do.
I only want to push the cause and that, but Saturday afternoon, I think something better to do, wouldn't it? Well, if you're that passionate about it, then so be it.
Whose street? Our street! Whose street? Our street! Whose street? Our street!
If you're going to come to a protest, you might as well write a decent chant. You know, some of it was just 2 words being chanted over and over again.
Some of them are quite catchy. You tend to go away humming the tune in your head sometimes.
Our street! Our street!
It's now 10:42 and the group are now being moved into the main contingent on Victoria Square. Approximately 100 to 150, which would move it up to about 400.
Everybody in the square!
Can we get in? We've got UAF that are trying to break through the back where the normal community are moving. Can we move back? Can we move back? Okay. Mind the dogs are in now.
Just the noise of police dogs and the strength of them, you know, can be a tactic to move the crowd and disperse a crowd back.
You do have to be very, very wary of them because they don't, you know, differentiate between EDL, UAF or police. They'll have a bite pretty much anyone that, you know, is stupid enough to come close to them.
Line of bobbies on. I'm starting to get these dogs out.
Right, can we get the dogs back now and we'll get a tight cordon on the police officers? Okay, line up.
They shouldn't be pushing me in. I was standing at the edge of that square and I've been forced in here by cops and it's not right. Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
Bronze Street to Silver. I've made attempts with the UAF to calm the people. However, they've refused to do that at present.
You have to go round to the far side of the square.
John Middleton's PSU, a police support unit of 27 officers, were in reserve on the EDL side. Now, with trouble coming unexpectedly from the UAF, they are called to back up those already in Victoria Square.
We all know, don't we, in these kind of situations, there's, I don't know, about 4 or 5 people that are causing it all. So we just need to try and identify who those people are, and we'll go and, if need be, arrest them.
We do train for the worst case scenarios, and every now and again it's nice to do the real thing. Top of the tree, to want to be able to say we policed it, there was no incidents, no arrests. It's probably the best way to look at it, but from our point of view, personal point of view, I'd rather have a bit of sport. Keep it nice and tight.
It's exciting. You get the adrenaline will start to go, and obviously the people that are creating the problem, when they see you arriving,
Well, let's go down.
they see you as reinforcements for those that are already there. So it's quite funny, really, they say a waste of money. Yeah, I bet there's a large portion down there that don't work, the receipt of benefits that we actually pay for.
Out the way, please. Out the way. Reinforce this line! Reinforce this line! Watch out! I suggest you move out of the way! Suggest you move back! Fucking dick! Move back! Turn away! Just fucking snap that! I'm not having that thrown in my face! I'm not having that thrown in my face! Get them sticks out of my fucking face! Get those sticks out of my face! We're just holding them here, yeah? Just hold the line.
If you've been given an order, or if I give an order to hold the line, it's about people not breaking through.
Back into the crowd, sir!
You can link together to keep that space. It's one of the most basic public order tactics, and really one of the best.
Just spread across a little bit, Crash, just spread across. Just loosen like that.
And, you know, the repercussions of that failing?
Well, then the crowd will get through, you know, and you've lost it, and you've lost police officers in with the crowd, and, you know, well, we all know some of the things that have happened to police officers that have, you know, got involved or been in with crowds and been injured very seriously.
The horrible thing is when an officer, especially when they're on the ground in a crowd, anything can happen. They could be trampled on accidentally, they could be kicked to death.
I remember the Broadwater Farm riots, and I'm aware of Keith Blakelock and what happened to him. He was separated from his colleagues. He was set on a mob, and they tried to take his head off with a machete. It's a long time ago, but yeah, it's something that could happen. You don't want to get yourself dragged into a crowd.
The UAF were facing the police, shouting, "You Nazis, you scum," basically. And I remember speaking to colleagues saying, "Why are they shouting this against us? What have we done?"
Smile away, boys, smile away.
It was quite clear that the EDL hadn't arrived yet. From my point of view, it looked like they were doing something to fill the time.
Two issues. I'm going to hold them. I've got another scene outside Dirty Dirties where there's at least another 200 in there. And we're now going to start sending them down to the form-up point. I'm going to try and get them all together now as we speak.
To make sure the two protest groups are kept apart, the police will escort the English Defence League from the pubs to their pen in the square.
What I'm looking for is eventually this to be closed off, and I'm going to be taking about 500 up here, there and left. So I want this closed pretty soon, but not yet. Chris, why are they walking back up? Get them sent back down there. Hold them there. Just hold on, boss. Can you stay here, please, gentlemen? Thank you. Just hold the line. We're going to be going in about 15 minutes en masse. No, just wait here, please. Hold the line. Gentlemen, please, hold here. Get your stewards just here. Hold here. Just get in there and hold them. Just down here, please, ladies and gentlemen. Down here, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Lads, just keep making your way down. Down to that junction there, thank you.
One person and 200 people. Sometimes a little bit of please help, you know, communication goes a long way. Rather than ordering people, simply just asking goes a long way.
Penned in the corner of the square, some from Unite Against Fascism try to break out.
Listen in, we're going to go in about 6 foot. Tony McRobbie is going to go in and take some tactical, make some tactical arrests of the main trouble causers. Then we're going to come out about 6 feet away, okay? So that's what we're doing now.
I've stood in a line with people that have been hit full in the face with beer cans, full beer cans, you know, thrown from 10 foot away, you know, straight in the face. The fact that they're asking you to put the kits on would suggest that it's escalating and potentially something more serious is going to happen.
When you're faced with riot police, they're quite scary. They're covered in plastic and they've got helmets on and they've got different pockets and you don't know what's in the pocket and they've got truncheons and they have dogs. I don't think anyone in the right mind would purposely instigate violence from somebody dressed in all that gear.
Now, for some of the crowd, it will be, whoa, you know, they really mean business now. I'm walking away. But some of them, it'll be game on.
Keep the line on here, please. please. Thank
It was to arrest the ringleaders, to take out the real trouble causers.
There's always a danger when you kind of make a decision like that it could inflame the situation.
You know, it's just that decision at that early stage. You know, do you leave it? Do you leave it and do you leave it and do you leave it? Or do you take out the trouble causers early on? Had they not been arrested at that early stage, no doubt that it would have continued and continued.
I don't think it was necessary to arrest anybody because we were doing nothing wrong. We were just on that square doing nothing wrong.
I don't think that the way they went about it was very safe. These ringleaders were in an area filled with quite a lot more people. Their arrest was primary and everybody else's safety was secondary.
We are standing there and being totally squashed. And people are being dragged out by the police. I can't believe it.
Sorry. Oh shit, look.
We've got smoke in the square.
Spot of 5, Silver. Looks like a smoke bomb has been deployed within the UAF.
Move back! I'm asking you nicely! Move back! Get that fucking muppet out! Big fucking dopey fuck with dreads! You're gonna end up doing damage to him! Fucking! Get him! Fucking grip that little fucker! Just move! Try and bite me and I'll break your fucking nose! Try and bite me and I'll break your fucking nose! Try and bite me and I will break your fucking nose!
I couldn't stand there and say, "Sir, do you mind not trying to bite my arm? It might hurt me." It was a reaction that I did.
Get him, you fucking dick! We'll get him, we'll fucking have him!
We're there to react and to deal with the disorder, and unfortunately the only way to deal with disorder on occasions is to obviously get hands-on, to be aggressive towards individuals, and to obviously escalate it to that level where they understand that if they do something, they're not going to get away with it and they are going to be dealt with robustly.
I see you trying to reach that fella and he was just edging away.
I saw you. Did you see it? Right, fucking well deserved it, those little fuckers kicking off. Tell you what, you get like kicking if you got dragged into that. One guy grabbed me, tried to pull me, I was like, fucking, I give him a twat. No, I did, I gave him one in the face because he trapped. As I had my left arm out, he grabbed my arm and tried to pull me in. Just fucking get off me. Get dragged in there, you get a right fucking kicking. Yeah. Fucking right, bunch of animals.
It's very easy to judge and look at some of the police officers on that day and say they may have been out of order, they shouldn't have done what they've done, but until that individual's there doing that job, all I can say is you're entitled to your opinion, but until you're doing the job, then obviously it's only an opinion.
Let me have a go, mate. If Leon stops him, he wants to get his flags to the front.
This is a police message. This is a police message. All members of the English Defence League, we will be setting off on your escorts in the next 3 minutes.
Officers, start moving gradually backwards. Gradually backwards. Gradually backwards. Gradually backwards. Gradually backwards.
They've got the right to demonstrate the EDL, whether you agree with it or not. It's their right. The UAF have got their right to counter-demonstrate. Not a problem. So a lot of the UAF people were just state robots out there purely to oppress the free people and the free speech. A lot of the time they missed a point. You know, I'm not there to stop anyone having their say. As long as what they're saying isn't offensive or unlawful, then they're free to chant what they want to chant.
Let them in. Let them in. If I did what you said, you would arrest me.
Use of force is lawful. I'm not, no. But I can use force lawfully. Do you agree with that? And it's up to me to justify whether it's lawful or not you.
If the public want to engage, I'll engage with them. I'll have a bit of a laugh. I'll try and listen to their views and their points and turn them on their head.
Do you think a police officer can punch someone in the face?
I think you shouldn't be able to.
Well, that's not answering the question. Do you think we can or can't? Lawfully?
Well, you probably can.
We can.
You probably can. What's right about that? And surely
the point I'm making is,
if I was told it's your discretion that you can use brutality, I'd be extremely careful.
Brutality?
Because it is brutality. I've seen brutality today, a lot of it.
We have got a lawful power. If we can turn around in court and say this is why we did it, there isn't really a limit as to how far we can go. And when there's so many people saying, you can't push us, you can't punch, yes we can. If I try and lock a drunk up who wants to fight with me, then if I need to get him under control, I'll punch him in the face. And then I'll go to court and I'll say, this man was drunk, he was trying to attack me, I punched him in the face, that stunned him enough for me to get the cuffs on, job done. But all the member of the public will say, ooh, that policeman punched him in the face, can't do that. Get your call number, write in, this officer wants, I get investigated, they write it off because there's nothing to investigate and we're back to square one again. And I go back out on the street and I come across the next drunk. And he's trying to take my head off with a piece of wood. So I kick him in the bollocks. Then I go, oh, you can't kick him. Check the call number, write in, make a complaint, I get investigated, nothing to see, end of, back to square one. That's how my life works, constantly. It's just because you think it's not right, it doesn't look right or it's wrong, doesn't mean that we can't do it. We're acting within the confines of the law.
There isn't a book that says you cannot do this. There is a set of guidelines that say if you choose to do this, then it's up to you to be able to justify why you did it.
Because everyone out here thinks they're right, and you know, I can do what I want as long as I can justify it.
If you're on the floor and you've got someone trying to hit you with a piece of wood, then you can kick them because you're justifying it. If someone's lying on the floor and then you kick them, then you can't justify it. So the answer to the question is, if you was to say, can a police officer kick someone, the answer is yes.
You think that's right?
That's the law. Didn't make them.
So that makes it all right.
Well, you vote your government in, get the laws changed.
If somebody raises a fist to you, well, if they're going to raise a fist to you, then I'm not going to stand there waiting to be punched, and I wouldn't expect anybody else to. So it's justifiable force, and isn't it? I'm protecting myself. You shouldn't have done that. If you get hit or dragged out and you sustain an injury, well, you know, it's your fault and you shouldn't behave like that.
All I'm interested in is feeding my wife and kids. And this is what I chose to do as a career.
I'm sorry.
Well, don't feel sorry for me, mate. I don't need your sympathy. Trust me. I've had this conversation thousands of times.
We're not bullies. Everybody shouts, oh, you're a bully, you're in a uniform, you're a bully. Well, it's not a bully. We do an extremely hard job. And we get older people that nobody else wants to deal with.
They're edging the way forward. Just want black and grey or do black baseball cap, shave them, and there's about 3 others on this side. They're starting to bounce the way forward. Any minute now they're going to shove that and come at us. Here they come.
Grab me again, mate, I'll lock you up! And I need vans as a matter of urgency. Vans as a matter of urgency, please.
Yes, received, sir. It has been passed to Silver.
Let go of him or fingers will be broken.
Hey, back!
Get back. I suggest you get the fuck off my arm now.
I'm not touching anyone.
You're coming out, fella.
The hard thing to swallow when people who weren't there, people who are not police officers, comment on things that happened and tell you that what you did was unjustifiable.
that is a hard thing to swallow. That's why it's key when it comes to when we get back to the station, when we get back to Clayton Brook, you have the support of your supervision of command, and they back you up in what you do.
Don't swear! Put your hand on me!
And do you feel backed up? Kind of it's left up to you to justify it?
I feel backed up by the people that teach it, and the people that train you, and the people that I work with. But as it goes further up the line and further away from you to people that are, you're just a number to, they don't know you, I don't feel like they give us any support at all, no.
Do you feel then that the senior officers are putting sort of public perception and opinion before your safety?
Not all of them. But, yeah, some of them.
Stop struggling, stop struggling.
Get off my ear.
Stop struggling.
Stop my ear. Can you see?
Stop struggling. Stop struggling, stop crying. Will? Okay, let's go.
Why were you arrested? To this day, I don't know. I really don't know. The officer that arrested me for a Section 5 public order offence, causing undue harassment to a police officer. Specifically, he made reference in his statement to me using quite a horrible word that refers to female gender, C-U-N-T. I'm a feminist and have been for quite some time, and I don't use that word. So, to this day, I still don't really know why I was arrested. I mean, it was quite aggressive and quite mean, and sort of the way that they hold you. I understand it's regulation, police way to hold, but it's quite painful, and it sort of stretches your shoulders back, and are in quite a lot of pain. And I also have, as you can, stretcher, and he was pulling on this stretcher of my ear, and I thought he was going to rip it out. Yeah, so he wasn't a very nice chap. No.
Where's he going, Nick? Is he going out? Shut up! Shut up! Get up! Shut up! Watch out the way, please! Excuse me! Watch out the way, please! Watch out the way, please! He's been arrested for a breach of the peace. Now go away! Go away!
There were people from solicitors' firms, and they're giving him a solicitor's card to sue the police. I've just arrested somebody, and then they're giving him a card saying, pick our solicitors here, we'll defend you, we saw it. What's that about, you know?
It's not sort of centuries ago where people were just thrown in a jail and weren't given any rights. You know, people go into custody office now, they get the right to free and independent legal advice. They can either choose their own solicitor or duty solicitor. You really don't need to give this person cards for solicitors or give them any legal advice. They'll get all that at the police station anyway.
Pass this around now, because I'm only going to tell you once. When we're bringing prisoners out, if you attempt to approach any more prisoners and interfere when we're escorting them away, give them anything, you will be locked up for obstructing the police. All right? Because there's 3 people just trying to give someone a card that I'm trying to get out that was kicking off like hell in there. So when they walk them out, if they're with us, they're going, don't approach them, otherwise you get done for obstruct police, okay? And if you can let the gentleman know that's giving them out as well. Thank you.
I know it's held up in there, but surely there's a right to legal redress in this country, and isn't she supposed to be giving out some legal advice?
No, that man was under arrest.
Right.
And she's coming over. No, right. I'm going to say this once, and I hope you listen to me, right? In there, he was arrested.
Yes.
Because he did something wrong, just him. Right? 20 people that hadn't done anything wrong took it upon themselves to try and rag me around left, right and centre because they didn't like what I was doing.
Sorry about that.
So, no, it's not. But when I'm escorting him, anyone that approaches me, I'm going to treat him the same way as that group in there because I don't know what she's going to hand him. She could give him a knife for all I know.
That's number.
All right.
Slow it down! Slow down! Slow down! Out of the way! Move! happy to receive these now? Where I can hold them or I can bring them straight in? Is she happy to receive?
Yeah, Bronze 3, happy to receive. Bronze 2, that's a yes, ready to accept.
All officers on the EDL side of the cordons, please, to be ready to accept.
Let them go in, let them go in, let them go in. Officers, though, remain here. Okay, let them go in, let them go in. Go, 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 go. Let them go in, in. Welcome to Bolton. Good, excellent. No problem whatsoever. You alright? Good. You having a good day? Good. You alright?
It's lovely to be here, sir.
Good. Welcome to Bolton. Super.
The arrival of the English Defence League in Victoria Square has finally encouraged most of Unite Against Fascism to turn away from the police and towards the group they set out to protest against. And still more protesters are arriving.
Yes, we've just had an influx of about 200 Asian males. We've let them through obviously the rear into the UAF side, but obviously it's inflamed the group a little, received.
They didn't, to me, look like they'd come to demonstrate. You know, they wanted to demonstrate that they'd been there at the beginning. They came right on the end just as we were starting to get ready to move the EDL out, and they came in and they weren't chanting the slogans that the others were chanting. They were there to wind up the EDL.
The anger, the frustration that's vented towards each other over that barrier was incredible. Pure antagonism, pure hate.
Nice, so we get this on the downlink, they're trying to lift the fencing out.
Yeah, receive Bronze 3, urgent.
A couple of missiles were thrown, but it were nothing too much. I don't think there was a lot of public disorder, especially from the EDL side.
Major problems on the side near the War Memorial with the fencing. They're lifting the fence and 9-9's witnessed it. We've got it on CCTV received.
With the trouble now coming from the EDL as they try to get at the UAF, the police are determined that both sides evacuate the square as scheduled.
Right, I'm now going to take these out now in a box formation with 3 PSUs at the front, 2 PSUs at the side and 3 PSUs at the rear.
We're going round to the front to escort the EDL. So in your pairs, nice and body, walking round. We're going round to the EDL side, lads.
Just as they were escorted into the square, the EDL will be urged to leave town.
I'm starting to get tired and angry now.
If necessary, by force.
Stuart, you make sure that box is on at the back, right? You do the back, I'll do the front. We're just waiting for everybody else to catch up, and then we'll carry on. Just give me 2 minutes. Come on, God's sake.
Take this face covering off or you'll be locked up. Take it off. Take it off or I'll lock you up. Yeah. All right, mate, he's done it, yeah? Last chance. Do it again, he will get locked up. He's done it, mate, yeah, he's done it, yeah. Is it against an article with your face? Yes, it is today. Section 60AA of the Public Order Act gives me the power to remove all face coverings, including burqas. One row for us, one row for me. My mum's got my tea here. Come on, lads.
Right, boss, quick one. at the front here, you've got National Front and BNP, and they ain't going to disappear. So those who are the EDL are more than happy to go.
They've got to go.
Right.
Otherwise they're inside.
Right. So I can get that PSU and the other PSU in at the front and force them. But you've got a cushion issue at the front if they push forward and the cops are there. Don't really want to do that. I need to get them back.
Right, well, that's easy enough. Right, they've got a gate there.
Yeah.
Right. We'll get a serial of dogs in.
Right.
Because that will automatically move when we get the dogs in.
Then that PSU can then get in front of them. And then we can get them out.
At some point it's got to finish. We can't be there forever. You know, I don't think they're living in the central square of Bolton, so they clearly want to hang around because they're hoping that we'll leave and then they can, you know, attack the UAF. If they're not complying with instructions, the next step is then the use of things like police dogs and batons and shields.
Front line, get a shield!
Unfortunately, today's society, you can't say to a group of people, move back, and they'll turn and go, okay, officer. So sometimes you've got to physically move them.
If there's a policeman there who's going to get a bit heavy-handed and start throwing his baton about, then people are going to defend themselves. You know, and they're going to say, what are you doing that for? Why are you doing this? You know, and they're going to be a little bit confrontational.
Hey, listen here! That's the wall! Advance! Keep going!
It's either fight or flight, isn't it? And I think some of them actually do quite enjoy it. They like the tension, whether that's their stress release at the end of the working week or whether they actually even work at all, I don't know. But yeah, some of them actually thrive on it.
We're going to struggle with this here, Stu. People overtaking there. Keep it tight on it! Hold on! Hold the line! Stop them here!
Well, don't get shoved again, go on. Swear again, I'll lock you up. Oh, there we go, that'll do. Come with me, young man. Come with me. You're under arrest, section 5 public order, swearing at me in the street.
Get back in, please! Onto the roadway, yeah? You ain't sure, will you not?
No.
Silly man.
Turn around.
Turn around.
Listen, mate.
Alright.
Make it go in. Don't take the piss, because I'm not in the mood. Alright? Next hand, please.
You don't think there's an element of being sort of at the end of your tether?
I don't get to the end of my tether as such, but if you tell an officer to fuck off, what do you think is going to happen? Sit on, step there, lad. Sit down. Sit down.
No, sit down.
Sit down!
Ow!
Sit down, or I'll put you on the floor.
Alright, I'm trying to sit down, but my back's against.
Get your leg out. That's it. Get your leg out in front of you. There you go. Yeah, they're all lot, but they're not here, they're not here. It's just one of the things. I've got at least another 5 in there that I need to lock up. I'm stuck with this monk. All in all, it's been a crap day. My good friend Tony will look after you. What's that there, lad? Wouldn't let you hurt yourself. You have a duty of care and all that.
I need a pint of wine tonight.
Over the course of the day, 72 people were arrested. 52 of them UAF, 18 EDL. 6 people have been successfully prosecuted at court.
Stop struggling, stop crying.
Dane Kelly was found not guilty of a Section 5 public order offence. Alan Clough was arrested for using threatening behaviour. Charges against him were dropped. The police conduct is being independently investigated.
I find it quite frustrating that as a taxpayer, I and others, many other people in this country, are paying out a lot of money on the policing of these events.
I don't think any money were wasted. I think the EDL have got a right to be there. And if it costs 2 million, 3 million, well, I think it's money well spent.
I think the only purpose that the police served on the day, from my perspective, was to injure quite a lot of people and arrest quite a lot of people without grounds for arrest.
I believe if we were not there on that day, many lives would have been lost. Yeah, I do believe that it would have been a bloodbath.
Any chance of a bit of cheese action?
Do you want Wensleydale with cranberries?
Please. Oh, yes. Look at that. Cheers, Weeds. Have we got any port?
If you've missed any shows from the Coppers series, get onto 4OD and catch up on channel4.com. 9 o'clock next Monday on 4, Bet Lynch, Reg Holsworth, Kelly Crabtree and Des Barnes in a special Coronation Street Come Dine With Me. Next tonight though, Jimmy Carr, Holly Willoughby, Gavin Henson and Chris Moyles Quiz Night.